And a very good morning to you, everybody. It is, what the heck is today? Monday, the 8th of June, 2020. Welcome to all of you to Las Vegas, Nevada. Nice to see you today. Talk about a few things that are coming up. I just finished breakfast with Monkey Boy and Dee. Hello, Bella Rose. Nice to see you this morning. Yeah, I'm still smiling here. I just crashed out last night. How you doing, Irish? Nice to see you. Vicky Victoria, good morning to you, honey. Nice to see you this morning. I just crashed out this last night. Oh, man, after fighting that wind. Hello, Aaron. Nice to see you. Aaron Keown, the dude. What's up? What's up, dude? Marlboro Bunny, hello to you. Hi, Jessica. I look rested. Good morning, Sonny. Nice to see you. Are all the casinos open? They appear to be, Bella Rose. They look like they're open. Hello, Peachy Pie. We'll talk about that in a minute. There's a very uneven application 4. Nice to hear from you this morning. Hope you're doing well. There's a very uneven application of what's being done in certain casinos. Hey, Kale. For example, at the California casino, they scan your temperature when you walk in the door. And then at some of the other casinos, you just walk in. If you're lost your Rancho on the turn of a car, so you lost your Rancho on the turn of been thinking about going to Vegas. Things are picking up slightly. Hey, Boston, how you doing, BKK? Hello, cute kitty cat. I got a pool pass for a week down here. I'll show you guys around. There's really nobody here. Hey, Tammy, how are you? Hey, Two Balls. Nobody around whatsoever around here. Just a few people wandering around. So it's going to be a slow path back. Pardon the noise here. I'm against some construction over here. I'm trying to just be in the shade for the sake of the picture. But I tell you guys, honestly, there's a weird vibe down here. I can't quite put my finger on it, but there's some undertone of I don't want to say an undertone of doom. How you doing, Mr. Z? I got you covered on that regard. Maybe doom is too strong. There's a nervousness here right now that you can sense in the air. Yeah, I'm going to hop into the pool today. I hope it's uncharacteristically cool for early June. I think it was in the low 60s last night, so good sleeping weather. Yeah, melancholy. Yeah, there's an air of uncertainty that pervades this place. There's a lot of hopefulness. A lot of employees have been called back under the paycheck. Yeah, apprehension. I think it's going to take a week or two to work through that apprehension. But I don't know why they don't have a uniform rule for temperature scanning. Now, maybe because Fremont Street, they limit the doors in their casino. They're just doing the temperature scanning right there as you walk into the Fremont Street experience underneath of the big cover over there. That could very well be the case. And individual casinos, I guess, are individual casinos that aren't on Fremont Street or further away are doing their own scan. I had breakfast with Monkey Boy this morning. He's with Dee. He's going to do things on his truck today. And then tonight, I believe that we will be down on the strip tonight, down around the lower part of the strip, doing a little chooching. Dee's toe is probably broken, so he's pretty limited right now in terms of what can he do. Now, I haven't won anything yet on this trip, Tammy. I've just been trying to feel things out a little bit. Hey, PJ. Oh, you're very sweet. Thank you, honey. I've just been walking around trying to gauge things and get the feel for how things are bouncing back. My mom long term has the 19. Oh yeah, Peggy Sue, God bless on that regard. So nobody's wearing a mask. Thank you, Tammy. I don't want to say I felt foolish, but I'm one of the few people around town that's consistently masked up when I'm doing anything, whether I'm going to the 7-Eleven or into a casino or walking around the streets, because you never know who you're going to run into down here or who may be passing it. I don't know if temperature is the best indicator, but I guess it's all they've got right now. Yeah, better to safe than sorry. So I'm so used to doing this anyway. It's almost like second nature after 2 months of wearing a mask. The good news is the wind is supposed to die down today. Oh, must present a check-in for the required. Okay, so one way or another. Hey, Andrea. Oh, I'm keeping my mask. O2 level's a good indicator. It's better be safe than sorry. And to tell you the truth, I'm so used to wearing a mask that I get people giving me dirty looks now when I'm walking around, like, what's wrong with her, or stay away from her. It's kind of unusual. Yeah, I'm not going to take a chance, Patty. I just always have this down here. Hey, Jeffrey, how are you? And it's so easy, bing, just to pop it up and pinch it up there. I heard the weather's been crazy. Yeah, thumbs up or appreciated, Tammy. Hey, how you doing, Julie? Yeah, lots of Karens. The weather has been nutty. It's very cool. We have an air mass from British Columbia. We have an air mass from British Columbia that really has things cool right now, and then it's supposed to heat up later in the week. I think the DMV is going to open the 16th. I'm not going to hang around that long. I've accomplished my mission of getting D-Dubs back here so that he could get all of his titling and everything straightened out. So, yeah, Karens will call 911. All the Karens mess with their minds and start coughing while people will keep their, hey, Michaela, long time no see. Yeah, Aquarius, I think we're getting an air mass from you guys, so it's super comfortable here. It's night times are chilly. I would definitely take a jacket, but I think it's supposed to heat up starting in a day or two. I want to also apologize. I did a very short stream last night. Reason being was I was really fatigued. I never had such a rough crossing with the super high winds. They've had bad storms in the Dakotas and Utah. We're supposed to open up at 50%. Let's see. It's a different feeling now. It was out yesterday. Things are so different. Feels like a few months ago was another world. Yeah, it does. Oh, man, I can believe that, Julie. Hi, Joseph. I have those Irish eyes, too. But the vibe is strange. Even here, back in, when was I here last? Six weeks ago, 5 weeks, 4 weeks ago, a month ago. They had the table set up out back of this place by the green wall. Hey, Katie. Hi, Peachy. They removed, thank you, Joseph. They've removed that table now back there, which is strange. I don't know if they're under the gun or people come from the health department and check all the hotels and tell them what to do. Things like that. So, but there's definitely a vibe. Definitely a vibe here. People are still scared and the riot's making it worse, yeah. I sense right now it's kind of a budget crowd that's here. I don't know, it might be in the high end. I checked out some of the high limit slot rooms and high limit table games, and there weren't really that many people playing. Yeah, you got a new 20 gauge pump shotgun. All right. One nice thing is everybody's been ultra cool about videoing in the casinos. I think they like the publicity of getting the word out that Vegas is open again. Now, I did stop at that that blown out old motel again. I've live streamed 2 times from there. This time I wanted to do some video capture to put something a little more legacy oriented in the video. Let's see. Tammy says we got to reset up our vacation. Yahoo! I hope things cool down by September. Yeah, it's good PR, I think, right now to allow filming. And I'm a cheerleader down here. There's few people that have enjoyed the Las Vegas experience more than I have, so I'm happy to see things sort of come back a little bit. But I can tell it's a budget-oriented crowd in some of the motels. Rosie for Vegas, that's it. So I'm going to have a lot to do when I get back to the Rancho. I've got a really big work agenda. The casinos here are taking it much more seriously than Vegas, except for horseshoes. Anything goes. Okay, Sky Angel, thank you. Nice to see you today. So I'm imagining, as Cheryl said, one way or another, every casino is checking temperature, but I'm not sure, because you can walk up Casino Center and bypass the temperature scanners and go in. Yeah, Andrea, time heals all, says, I bet in another month it'll be crowded. There's going to be there's several factors at work, Andrea, which may mute that slightly. Number one, the Paycheck Protection Enhancement Program runs out at the end of July. So as we move deeper into June and people start thinking ahead, they may economize a little bit on try to save some of that money. We'll see how that works out. Monkey Boy's doing great. Saw him this morning, had breakfast with him. What a nice guy. I'm so lucky to have a good friend like him that works hard every day. Works between LA and Las Vegas. I really also feel some security built in this. So, yeah, probably, Cheryl. I think if you come in with some piece of heavy metal, a big piece of metal, you're going to be, they can probably adjust the sensitivity to get that kind of stuff. Good morning, Lucky Beans. Son got 2,000 to care because from the CARE Act, because his classes had to go online. That's good. That's good. So you're going to have that headwind of people starting to fear that the Paycheck Protection Program enhancement may not go into place. Yeah, I'm sure cases are going to start rising here a little bit. As long as they're manageable, I think it's okay. I think it's very much okay. As long as the hospitals don't get swamped. I hope tonight or tomorrow to see Mr. Z. He might go out with this, doing a little strip shooting. That's always a lot of fun. And then the rest of the nights will probably be street streaming, and we'll go into the hood and everything. Typical stuff. Tomorrow daytime I might ride out to one of the little towns around here. So all options are open. Good afternoon, Jackie Blue. Nice to see you. Almost Uber. I may leave Thursday at the earliest or Sunday at the latest. Good morning, Joey B. I might check into the hostel for a few nights. I'm not sure, so I'm just going to kind of play that by ear. Dee's toe's pretty bad. His toe is pretty bad. I told him to tape it, but he doesn't want to tape it. But he's doing okay. He's got to get better shoes. Pittsburgh, yay! Pittsburgh, there you go. On 29th, the pubs can open here once they serve food. Yeah, D is still here. Yeah, D is out with Monkey Boy right now, looking over his truck and doing some things. Hostile movie was scary and worse than the Saw movies. Penny Pincher. he has some really poor quality Walmart shoes, and they have no front toe protection. And there's some raised sidewalks, and he hit a raised piece of concrete hard. Almost went down, and then 2 days later he did the same thing. So, but he's pretty tough. I think he'll work through it. He'll make good on that. Thank you, Nathan. Yeah. Let me turn this up. Thank you, Nathan. I appreciate that. Always an honor to see you, my friend. I think you're back to work now, which is great. After the 12th, everything opened here. We went right out of COVID season, right into riot season. A few things going weird. When you talk about dismantling a police department and up in Minneapolis and things, it's a strange time. No, I feel good today. I feel very well rested. Thank you again, Nathan. You're back to work. Thank you very much. I hope the little thing goes on. I'm not sure if it will or not today. Sometimes I have to uninstall and then reinstall. I haven't heard any bad about Detroit or Baltimore. Surprisingly, I would have pegged Baltimore to be slammed by this in Detroit. If I had to pick two cities out of three cities, I said Washington, Detroit, and Baltimore. You can't catch a break. But thank you, Nathan. It doesn't look like the little bing and bang and boinging's going off today. I work from home, and actually this was the best year I had money. Well, that's good, Kale. You're right on top of things. That's smart. I mean, if you're working at home now, that's a great thing. Yeah, live in Vegas, Monday, June 8th, 2020. Maybe he can get some different shoes. Yeah, Monkey Boy might take him around. Hey, Lois, how are you? Nice to see you today. Yeah, Brian, announcer. Sometimes I have to whenever Streamlabs doesn't update, I have to uninstall and then reinstall the mobile version. What's on the schedule? Today I need to edit some video that I took yesterday of the abandoned motel, more of a cinematic nature. I want to do that today. And then I think tonight we'll be out on the strip checking things out down there. Good evening, Miguel. Nice to see you. Today is Winky Whisper's birthday today. Well, happy birthday. Gail said yes, growing and selling plants, I think, because people want gardening to relieve stress. Yeah, thank you very much, Nathan. I really appreciate it. Stay safe. Hey, Beryl, how are you? Nice to see you. It's kind of chilly today, to tell you the truth, guys. It's warm in the sun, but it's chilly in the shade. Dinner plans are fluid right now. Depends on who's around. If Mr. Z can be there. So if Mr. Z can't be here, then it's a very simple, low-key, California hotel has a very small, reduced menu now. I'm going to be doing a separate video on things that have changed here, 5 things that have changed here in Las Vegas since 5 months ago. We volunteer for State Farm, moving to New Park next week. Okay, Lois, good. So you're a work camper person. That's good. What's the police presence like there? 0. Haven't seen. Hey, John, how are you? John, it's the same camera. I stepped it up to 1080p. High definition. Hop Frog, how are you? It is super windy. Thank you, Claire. Super windy to the point that driving across the desert yesterday was a nightmare. I mean, I kept having to fight the van for hundreds of miles across the desert. But that's what it does. Yeah, I've stepped up to 1080p for streaming. See every wrinkle. Hello from Kansas City. Hello, Larry Smith. Here in Naples, it's been not bad. Yeah, I heard Naples is pretty good. My BFF and you are going out of town this weekend. I'm not happy about your trip. Head up to Prescott, but the wind was brutal. Yeah, thank you, Joni. Yeah, but too bad I didn't have a sale. These food is manageable. Yeah, it's the hotel with the rotten food. I took about 16 different clips. I'll try to make something interesting out of that. I want something, live streams are good, but as far as YouTube promoting them, they don't do anything to promote live streams. So if I can commit that hotel to video and have that uploaded as a 3 or 4 minute video, it'll be much more along YouTube what they push on that. Thank you, Lois. Thank you very much. I hope Hot Frog and Mrs. Hot Frog are doing good. I never watch TV in motels. I don't even think it. Hey, Beetlejuice. I don't even think I have clicked on a TV. Oh, thank you, Penny Pincher. I know Vicky's a live stream girl, so I tried, like today we're going to have 2 live streams this morning, and then this evening will be a live stream, so you'll get that too. Porno is really messed up. Vegas buffets, best buffets in the world. I'm afraid for the time being, nobody's going to have a buffet set up. If they do, it's going to be cafeteria style, where you'll point to something, or you'll go up and take a look. You can't touch anything, and the waiter will tell you. You'll tell the waiter what you would like, and he'll just keep bringing the food that you want. Yeah, thank you, Tammy. I really enjoy traveling with D. His easygoing manner, his rededication to YouTube is paid off. He has his own website now that he has created to give people a better break on merch and things like that, and I really applaud that. That's great. Hotel, they don't use, I know last time I stayed here, they don't use bedspreads here. Hey Kim, how are you? Hot Frog said the nearby mall was dead on Saturday. Julie says the weird thing is the Horseshoe closed their buffet, but have zero social distancing or protection on the floor. Typical Caesars BS. All of these casinos, everybody that works there has a mask on. Everybody that's on the floor, 95% of them no mask. Yeah, it's not as suspenseful as live. That's right, Joey D. So I try to balance live streams and shifting over to produce more content, more video content here too, because my interest really lies in cinematography now. Individual responsibility. Buffet is going to be hard on some restaurants. Restaurants are going to struggle. The menu prices have gone bing, although California is still very reasonable. Other places have added, on average, $10 to $12 for a steak now. Just the times we live in. This coming in here this morning and looking around, this place is dead here. This hotel. Blowing like crazy. Yeah, I hear you, Jackie Blue. They had that up through the Dakotas, Utah. Terrible wind yesterday. Of course, Monkey Boys, my kind of weather in Burbank. Yay! You know, I arrived in Vegas looking like I just sailed the 7 seas for a year. Wind blowing and everything else. Thank you. Yeah, I got variety. I have glass and no table dividers. Nothing. Okay. 3 people at a blackjack table. The craps table was crowded. You wouldn't even have known the difference last night. Bella Grace, how are you? Hello, Claire. You wouldn't even have known the difference around the crap table last night. I think the philosophy here is if we wear masks and we're employees, if you get sick, it's on you. Okay, we tell people, advise people to take precautions. You want to come in and not take precautions, that's up to you. You know, it'll be on you. Whatever happens. Right now the crowds are small, so there's not much going on the herd. I think we all kind of know herd immunity is the last word in building immunity anyway. Oh, thank you, Cindy, because I slept last night. I think I went to bed about 11 and woke up around 7 today, which is unusual for me. I don't know what that means. Tongue tosser. We speak English in here. What's for lunch? I never eat lunch, John. I rarely in life ever eat lunch. Just the breakfast. I had some ham. I had some scrambled eggs and some hash browns. Let your guard down whenever we're back to normal. Do the best we can. Yeah. Particularly if you have a medical situation or something like that. So yeah, it was good. It was a good breakfast. I think it was $9.99. I wanted to treat Monkey Boy because he takes the time to drive 10 miles from way out on the outskirts of Vegas. So Cheryl, whenever an employee starts that first year is about 666. After that, immune system of steel. Yeah, so I can believe that.
Hey, how you
Morning. It's mail call. Yeah, some of my, quite a number of people in here are content creators. We're looking at Vegas or cruise for early next year. I think you'll probably get your best deal on a cruise. I think cruises are going to be hyper sensitive to cleanliness, and I think that'll be a better deal. I think they had some small protest last night, a couple hundred people. Not sure what it wasn't a Black Lives Matter. It was there was a rally for the police officer that's in critical condition here, which I thought is nice. And all the stuff that's going around in the country, I haven't heard a lot of sympathy for the police that are on the lines day after day, taking down the abuse on the front lines, taking the abuse from their own city councils, their own county councils, their own governor's offices, their own state legislature. If I'm a police officer now, I feel pretty damn demoralized. I got to be honest with you guys. I start to hear talk about dismantling a police department, and I'm starting to think about another career and just forget about it. Yeah, defunding, dismantling police departments. I mean, I know sometimes police go too far, but let's try to strike the middle ground on there. Yeah, defunding the police is a shame. Thank you. Monkey Boy is awesome. Every day's an adventure. Thank you, Cindy. A lot of police are doing early retirement. Wouldn't you? I mean, I sit there and I click into the multicam stream. Seattle, I'm watching in London, and these cops are just toe-to-toe with these people for hours and getting abused as if they're the bad guys, and probably maybe 5% of them, 10% are bad. The rest of them are just trying to do the best job that they can do. Let's see. Hey, Evil, how are you? So I'm a little saddened by we haven't gotten a lot of pushback to stand up for police, and I want to just stand up for them and tell them that most of the cops are good cops, and Yeah, every system can use a cleaning once in a while and a reorganization, but it's insane talk about. Thank you, BJ. It's insane talk about dismantling police department. Yeah, thumbs up are appreciated, guys. Happy to be with you again in lovely Las Vegas. The other thing I'd like to see is more lights on at nighttime. Las Vegas Boulevard. It's pretty dark when you're walking up here. It's pretty sketchy around. There's a lot of everybody. Let me start by saying this: everybody counts in life. Everybody matters for something. I try to respect everybody on the streets. I don't care if you're laying in swill or whatever. If I can toss you $1 or $2 and give you a kind word, I will. But there's a lot of sketchy people too out on the. I see a lot more people lurking around, looking for opportunistic, burglaries and robberies of opportunity out there. Hey, how you doing? There's Ace. Yeah, there's corruption underneath the fence. Jackie Blue. They took the table away from the green fence. Okay. They're like, Rosie, we love you. You can come in, you can use the pool this week. We don't have anybody around, but we took the table out back, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, the table was there at the height of the pandemic before. Now you've removed the table, so be very aware. That's the way I feel. Like everybody counts for something in life. And I have to be honest, I find myself being kinder to people when I'm on the streets and being more cheerful and trying to give a smile to people that maybe before I wouldn't have smiled. So, you'll know who to blame when martial law is called, exactly. Yeah, get the corruption out, keep the good people. Don't hire people that have a history of bullying. Some police departments will fire some officers for brutality, and they'll end up going to another area of the country and being rehired. Maybe they learned their lesson, maybe they didn't, but oh, Claire says I'm just the opposite. I used to be nicer than now. Yeah, why would anybody be a police officer? So I'm expecting as things calm down that there'll be a pushback and sort of a pro-police stance. At least I hope so. And that would be awesome. $5 from High Watch. Looking forward to thank you, honey. My Streamlabs thing isn't going off today, but thank you very much, sweetie. I appreciate that. Thank you. Good, my good pal, High Watch. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. One of my dearest watchers here on the channel. I'm waiting for the pushback. I'm waiting for people in suburbs and other areas to say, hey, this is insane. Don't talk about dismantling police departments and all that. Kindred soul, we appreciate the smile. Thank you, PJ. I was in McDonald's for 40 minutes. When it came time to pay, I was wearing one to buy some color. I tipped her. Oh, thank you. That was very nice. Okay, so it did go off just the voice thing. There are many great police out there being dragged through the mud. I gotta have this thing. Opiami. Call me a baby. Even though I'm pretty sure I've already had the cornholio and don't snitch or you're treated badly by other cops. I sincerely hope that things can improve. I think we all do. That's what I'm saying. Be kind today. It all sounds good. Periodically, the pendulum swings very far to the radical left, and then hopefully it'll recenter itself again. That mayor of Minneapolis is the worst. What a joke he is. Yeah. It should be a time, what you should do is you should get the politicians, the police department, and the citizens and have a commission that you could actually sit down, analyze what the problems have been, and then effect some change to do things so you get a buy-in from everybody on that. Get everybody bought in. So I'm not happy about the beating that police have been taking on the front lines. And, to me, given the volume of protesters, they've done a pretty good job of allowing people to protest, push the barriers, and go toe-to-toe and face-to-face with them. I mean, I've witnessed that firsthand. I haven't seen any protests going on here. I've witnessed that face-to-face stuff of cops being yelled at too, and they got to suck it up. If I told you what I know, you would declare war on the system. Probably. One thing you have to say, High Watch, is I keep a very open mind. I'm very down the middle when it comes to politics. So I observe, I process it, and I think to myself the last weeks, well, things have gone a little far the other way. There's probably legitimate gripes. Let's get them fixed up. But now it's moving too far. Oh no, let's get rid of the police department and stuff like that. Be kind. That's right. I mean, sweep across, clean them out, and nothing bad. All cops seem to be getting younger all the time. Young and yeah. I saw some of the National Guard people, and they look like, you know, they wouldn't be able to go into a casino. I'm telling you that. So. Okay, take care, PJ. You take care, honey. Nice to see you. It was shocking to me how young some of the National Guard people look like. It's like, wow. It's like, ID check. Lord. No, it's very comfortable here, Julie. It was probably 65 degrees last night. It's probably not even 75, 78 degrees right now. Oh, they're part-timers, yeah. I know. But they're standing there. Tracy says, Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm more of a Ravens fan. Don't hate me, Tracy. But this was given to me years ago, so I like to wear it. Let's see, Be Kind says, I've noticed people who once had common sense now are too afraid to show it. They're becoming lemmings. I think fear drives a little bit of that too, but I know there's going to be a resurgence of opinion on the other side that says, let's not throw it away, let's make it better, let's improve it. Yeah, sorry, Tracy. Talk about two teams in the NFL that one of those classic bitter rivalries, Pittsburgh and Baltimore there. So we really slug it out in the AFC East, I'll tell you. Right, Tracy? Oh, man. Yay. Hey, Joe Smith, how are you? I'm a Redskins and Steelers fan. That's cool. That's cool. Well, you're usually a fan of where you grew up. I'm kind of a 49ers fan, too, because I've lived there a long time. I used to like cheering for the Raiders a little bit, but now they moved to Las Vegas. And, I don't know. I just don't have the heart in it. Thank you, Cindy. All right, I appreciate it. They defund the police there. What's your credit card number in emergency? Yeah, you'll have to hire your own police detail, which itself leads to corruption. Look at Hollywood. Some of these stars that hire their own police forces and stuff and end up being victimized by the people that they hire. Yeah, go Dogs. That's it. Yeah, come back later for the love. Shoot. As for other things that are going on YouTube, I've not really had a chance. Apologies to anybody to watch videos. I've had people telling me this person's talking about me or that person. Honestly, just beyond that, I don't have time in my life. Life is too serious now for enough of that nonsense. So. Live chooching. So it's great to see Monkey Boy today. He's doing good. Monkey Boy, Mr. California. Guy's like a block wall. Yeah, I just don't watch that. There's no payoff to watching that stuff now. And I've been much better for it, much mentally, much healthier and everything. So it's been good. He is such a good guy, and he always has a good spirit. He's helping me work on my posture. What's your opinion on people kneeling to people? I don't have anything against that. If you want to take a knee, and which is kind of a recognition that maybe things have to change, I don't have any problem with taking a knee. I think it. I don't want to sound as stupid, but maybe it humanizes authority a little bit to take a knee. Yeah, doing a walk around video later. Thank you, Almost Uber. Character handing over a cup of coffee saying for you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Almost Uber. I don't know what happened to the sound today. I'll get that fixed up today. Oh, I had it turned down. I'm almost 62. I'm lucky I can find the on-off button. Oh, thank you, Uber. That's really sweet of you. I mean, I'm not the most tech savvy person. When they invented plug and play. Oh man, I remember old devices. You used to have to download the application, then you'd have to unzip it. Which thing do I hit to fire it off? Everything was crazy. That's fine. Kale says never heard anyone disrespect not kneeling to anyone. I have no problem at all. I can fully support that too. That's an individual right to do so, and I fully respect that, Kale, to not take a knee. I'm of the opinion that it's an individual freedom thing. If it makes you feel better to, get with the crowd for that moment, then I don't have an issue for that. I don't. Billy McDonald, he's not a relevant person on the channel, man. The fact that he talks about me and Dee and other people shows how he has zero content, zero talent, zero ability to grow a channel or do anything. So as far as YouTube is concerned, he's really a dead entity now. So I don't really care anymore. It's not, it's a sign of desperation. I actually feel good. The more I hear he talk, but the more relevant I know I am, and the more irrelevant he becomes. Well, D was 14 years old. RB Davey was, 40? So Commodore 64, a hubby had when we got together. Top of the afternoon, Jimmy Trap. He's just not relevant anymore. He doesn't fit with YouTube's whole business plan now. It's just so I would respectfully ask people, do not talk about him or mention him in here. He's been on a blackout for months now, and it's been better and better every month. There's less and less contact or discussion, and that's fine. All right. So, you guys hear that jackhammer? No problem, KO. I don't care. You guys watch what you want to watch. I've never told anybody what to watch or don't watch on YouTube. But as far as having a future now, he's thrown away any prospect of a future on in terms of YouTube and whether they'll promote that kind of stuff. they're not going to promote that stuff. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I figure I'm better than that, and I proved that by moving on, so I don't have to worry. No hygiene, no manners, no education, no simple thought skills, no talents, no ambition. I'm totally the opposite in terms of ambition. I do it. How about that Air Force sergeant? Yeah, I heard. Be kind. I heard. So I'm feeling great these days. The only thing you have to bear in mind is who talks about who. We don't come on our streams and talk about him because he's less and less relevant as time goes on. The fact that he keeps saying 2 weeks ago, I'm going to get rid of toxic, I'm not going to talk about it, and then he's right back to talk about it, shows a clear desperation and fear that he's not going anywhere on YouTube, so needs to use others for content, and there's your answer right there. That's the only thing left in the bottom of the bag. There's no reviews, there's no nothing. Just a fat lazy guy who sits in a van all day. That's it. Anyway, no problem, Bella Grace. Anyway, so I'm looking forward tonight. The original thought is to go on the strip. We won't have to do a ton of walking to walk around, and then get right to it. I don't know who the grandfather is, and I don't know who is it. I mean, when you hang around, when you hang around fun people that are uplifting, that are positive, that love sharing things and can offer things in a conversation, you'd be surprised how fast you appreciate that, and you mentally move on from the other crap. Just remember Jackie Blue. Anytime you watch him, you're just contributing to his particular nonsense. The only card he has to play now is threaten people and be a bully. And the more he does that, the more YouTube they take those streams, they put them into the YouTube algorithm, the AI, and they just get, they do what's called, ghosting, not ghosting, what's the term they use? I can't remember what the term that is. They shadow ban your channel, yeah, exactly. See, royalty fade away. Yeah, it's a waste of time. There's nothing there for me. Years ago, I said a person can never change their basic nature, and he's proof of that. I did my best. I moved on. I've asked my moderators to block anybody that comes in and does anything in regards to yeah, it's called shadow banning. They don't even tell you, but they just degrade your stuff. Don't do anything with it. Yeah, you're pure as Jackie Blue, but it's a train wreck that's never going to come because there's always some people that are going to do enough just to keep the train going, which is their right to do. So I don't really care about that. Hey Jay, hey, how you doing? So, honey, if you want to watch once in a while and check in, Godspeed and do it. No shade from me on that, none at all. BLW Camaro, hello. I talk to Norm on the phone. We have great conversations. I've never, in the course of my conversations, ever talked about that person. With Norm, I talk about things about Norm and his dog and about life and things like that. He appreciates the content I bring. I don't sit there and beg him I've never begged him to come over the channel. I've never begged anybody to give donations or to do this or do that. I figure if you do the content, people will enjoy it and they'll do what they can do to help you move along. Because the shooting was near Santa Cruz, a long way. The sergeant is stationed at Travis. So, Yeah, well, Norm is enjoying his life. Like I say, I've never told Norm. I have respect for him. He was very kind to me. He doesn't really come on the channel anymore, but I can't say anything negative about Norm. I met the man in person. We hung out for a while, and people can do what they want in their heart and soul. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Opiami. So, moving on was a great thing. My channel's benefited. I've had great flow of numbers of new people coming on like crazy. Being able to travel now is fantastic. Yeah, Norm has a very good heart. Yes, he does. Yeah, absolutely. I got nothing negative to say about Norm. Norm, Mr. X. As I told Mr. X the other day, he popped into the stream. He'll always be a friend of mine. He is consistently and at every point, every year, proved himself to be a great friend to me, and I don't forget that. That's great. Cheryl, we're going to go down to the strip, I think, tonight. Look around down on the strip and try to get the feel. And Cheryl, you'll help me be a good gauge of that too. You know a lot about Las Vegas. You're actually much more bullish than I am on Las Vegas, which is a good thing. Hey, Jero, how are you? Thank you, Johnson. I appreciate that. I should have one coming up today. Yeah, the real strip. I'm going to mainly try to stay around California and the West Coast, I think, until fall, Andrea. We're talking about setting something up in LA for next month. If I can get all the issues worked out on that. I don't want any that guy, the man in the can, never misses one of my videos, never misses a live stream. Because I'm a very watchable person. The fact that so many people talk about me day in, day out. Hey Tess, how are you? Nice to see you, sweetie. Thank you. Peggy Sue said, play a spin. There we go. Thank you, Zero. Stay safe tonight. Thank you, my friends. Hey, Cindy.
Stay safe tonight, Rosie.
Thank you, Zero. Hey, Scottish. How are you?
Play a spin.
Play a spin. There we go. I'm drinking lots of water, except it's very comfortable today. It's delightful out here. I have to tell you, it's unbelievably nice here today. Vegas is 10% back to life, Kevin. I like the fact my friend Cheryl S. here, who's a moderator here, extremely smart person, has a good feel for life. She's been to Vegas a lot. And she has a good feeling about Vegas. I kind of temper that a little bit, but, she's probably right and I'm wrong. As usual. Yeah, Liberace's house is here in Vegas. It was actually empty for a time, unusually. Oh, Colorado's beautiful. At least western Colorado. I'm not much from the east sloping face of the Rockies to the Colorado line. There's really nothing there except Lyman, Colorado over there. Cool in Wyoming. I have roofers tearing my roof off. That's what I'm saying, Beacon. He lives to watch me. I'm the number one most watchable person in his life, and if you don't go to bed and know that gives you a warm, fuzzy feeling, it's like I win, you lose, as usual. Score, Rosie 78, man in can 0. Can you hear Death Zone encroaching? I bet it's noisy when they're tearing a roof off. They're probably using those big scrapers to just scrape that stuff up. Thank you, Andrea. appreciate it. We're happy to show that to you. We want to do some interesting streams too. Trying to amp it up one time for some live streaming of a different variety. We got some plans. Pitchforks, exactly. We got some plans. Yeah, we got some plans and stuff that coming up. Bella Gray says I went to Vegas 3 times in the, what was that? Wow, lots changed. Yeah. Over here they got a concrete, the guy on the backhoe that has the steel punch for asphalt. Oh crap, you guys, I'm not looking for that at all. I'll tell you, Uber, when they put roof tile down now, they fly. They are so fast these days, the way that they put roofing on. It's amazing. Hey, Deborah Langley, how are you? Nice to see you, sweetie. I went over to that 7-Eleven this morning. Social distancing. What the hell is social distancing? Last month you needed to have a mask to go in. Now you don't need to have a mask. Stay away from Black Widow. Yeah. Patsy, I'm not sure if the Strat's open or not. We haven't been down the strip yet. But that's 7-Eleven. 18 times. Okay, 8 times while I'm walking down to get my morning coffee, which there's no coffee. They got to come over and make a fresh batch of coffee. Hey, you got $5? You can give me $5. You got $2? What happened to the days of a little bit of change, you know, and getting right up in my grill? Let me take care of this. All right, there we go. All right, stay away from the brown recluse. All right, guys, I got to return a phone call. Thank you for sharing an hour with me this morning. I will check back with you this evening. I'm going to work on some cinematic video today. I do wish you a great day. Stay safe, and much love to you all.